Welcome to the Kingdom of Wonder podcast. My name is Gabriel. If you're new to this channel, this is a podcast that focuses on the arts, culture, and people of Phnom Penh and the Kingdom of Cambodia. I'm here with a couple of very special guests, members of the band Japan Guitar Shop. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing the podcast.
Cheers.
Go ahead and let's get you guys to introduce yourselves, say where you're from, and what you do in the band.
My name's Colin. I'm from Indiana, and I play the bass and I rap a little bit.
I'm Cove. I'm from New York-ish, and I sing and play rhythm guitar.
Cool. I caught up with Japan Guitar Shop during their tour with Cambodian Space Project recently, and could you guys tell us a little bit about that experience playing with those guys?
Yeah, it was a trip. Julian Paulson, who's part of that band, who, if people don't know, are a legendary band around here that hadn't been around for a while because of tragic events that people can look up. But yeah, they hadn't played for about 5 or 6 years, and then he just contacted us, kind of out of the blue, and asked us to open. We had a two-night run with him, and it was beautiful, basically, right?
Yeah.
Did you add anything to that?
I mean, if you have been in Cambodia for a while, Cove's been here for a while, I've been here for a while. That's an incredible band, and yeah, it's a privilege. So when we heard that they wanted us to play with them, it's a no-brainer. So we played for a couple nights in a row. That's where you met us, right?
That is where I caught up with you guys.
Yeah, and they sounded awesome.
They did.
First time I'd heard them in a long time.
You guys did too, I have to say.
Oh,
man.
cheers, buddy.
Yeah, you guys rock really hard.
Thanks, man.
Can you tell us a little bit about how playing here is different from back home? Like, what are some of the differences playing in Cambodia?
I'm going to pass over to Cove because, you played in a band in New York, right? That was a pretty distinct experience, probably different from here.
It was a while ago, but I had a band in New York. Yeah, it's a little more cutthroat over there, obviously, even if you're not really aspiring to even be a professional or whatever level of aspiration you have. Obviously, it's a big pond, and it's a little vicious and impersonal, whereas here we're all really lucky because it's like kind of it's a small town, even though it's a city when it comes to musicians around town. It's I don't know, it's like a privilege here. Everybody's really supportive. Everybody's rooting for each other. Yeah, so it's a whole different feel to it,
Tell us about maybe your most memorable night playing out together.
I mean, we have to remember it?
Impressions will do, I think, just as well.
There have been a lot already. It's been 2 years now.
I don't know, man. Like for me, I would say when we first started, right, there was some pretty memorable moments with just 3 of us, and we didn't know what to expect. And I think our very first show that we headlined, we packed a place full of people, and it was a little intimidating. And then we got in the groove. It was really fun. I don't know, man. Like that was at Oscars maybe or Sam's.
We were opening for Little Thieves at Oscars.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
We brought out a lot of people came out to see both bands.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Like there's been a lot. Like this music scene here is actually a lot cooler than people think, and we've had a lot of fun. So I don't know if you have a particular memory code that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think early on it was really cool because for us, it was just the 3 of us. We had like 5 songs, and then these guys in Little Thieves, who are in other bands right now, just asked us to open. They were really supportive, and it just took off like from the first night. So I think there was kind of this, surprise element to it. So that was pretty exhilarating.
Yeah.
So that would stand out.
Yeah.
But and it's just been kind of going up since then. But pretty much every time.
How did you guys find each other initially? How did the band form?
Basketball.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just a fucking miracle. No, because I'm kind of a hustle player. It's amazing that I even got in like into those games, which is how I kind of got to know Colin and this guy Eugenio, who's like one of our best friends and who was the original drummer. That's how we got to know each other.
Yeah.
And then I came back from like a summer when I was teaching. I was on break and ran into Colin, and I guess they had, well, here.
Well, I mean, we're coming from Japan Guitar Shop, the location, right? This is where we're recording this. And our original drummer, Yuge, who started our band, he wanted to meet here just to hang out, because this is downstairs here. There's this really cool second time around secondhand store, sort of used vibe. Great Japanese couple who owns it. So it was just an interesting place to come, hang out, play some music. And we just knew each other from basketball, so it was like, all right, let's just start a band for fun. And then I never heard Cove sing. I never nothing. I was just like, yo, man, we need like a lead singer for our band. So why don't you be that guy? And he was like, yeah, I'm in. And we had no idea that he's talented or anything. We just wanted to hang out as friends. So that's how it got started.
What a stellar voice, really. I mean, you own it, man. Yeah. Can you tell me about you guys' personal musical influences? Like, what are some of your favorites?
They're different for us, right?
They kind of overlap. But
Yeah. What's
I'm more of a, I'm like coming from like, I'm like a Dylan head, if you will. Waits, blues, all that stuff. And then like, I think we started kind of overlapping with Deer Tick, Black Keys kind of stuff.
Yeah. The Roots.
Yeah. Hip hop wise, I love hip hop too.
Yeah, I mean, just hip hop wise, like we like some of the same stuff too. But yeah, the Roots are huge. Black Thought. So yeah.
Cool. What's your favorite venue to play here in town?
There's a lot, man. But do we have a favorite right now?
Well, it's weird because we've played a lot of. I think we played like 20, 30 shows around town. And a lot of places, it's very transient, like a lot of things are here. So we've seen places open up, then we play them, and then we watch them close. So it keeps changing, We had a guitarist, actually, have a guitarist. Like he's always going to be in the band as far as we're concerned. Had a place that he opened called Sunset Boulevard, which was a place that really took care of sound. I mean, it was relatively small, but it was in TTP, and that was always a great place to play. But then again, it's not there anymore.
Right.
But we've had good experiences almost anywhere.
But yeah, man, if anybody's trying to like actually hear music in Phnom Penh. Oscars is always a staple. It's a great place to go to see music every single night.
I was just there yesterday, actually, watching Frank.
Yeah, one of our guitarists, Frank, kills it in a band called the Blue Souls there on Mondays. There's places like, for example, Cloud is really great, especially for metal. Backstreet Bar is good live music, especially on the weekends. There's a place called Craft that has a cool alley that's doing it up there. And we love going to, CM Reap and playing a place called Laundry, or going down to Camp Pot, playing Monkey Republic. So it's not just Phnom Penh, it's Cambodia as a whole, but we're leaving out some key fucking venues. Yeah.
How do you find the audiences respond to your music?
A lot of panties thrown at you? Favorably?
Yeah, I would say favorably. Yeah. Surprisingly favorably. We're getting used to it, I guess.
Yeah. You've talked about a couple of local bands, other bands that play here. Are there some other ones that are worth mentioning that you like to catch when you can?
Yeah.
Well, again, it is kind of transient. We were just talking to this guy, Rob, Six Strings, about how a scene forms, but then it kind of dissipates. Again, back to that, transient thing. But right now, there's some staples also. Yeah.
Look. Camp Pot Playboys have been here forever. They're amazing. In Cambodia as a whole, right? There's a new band coming out called We Are You that's incredible.
Caught them. They were amazing.
Right?
They were really good. Yeah.
And we're playing together on the 3rd.
Okay.
So
where's that going to be?
Backstreet.
Okay.
So that'll be a fun one. But yeah, man. Who else? Skin and Strings is like this really like fun Sunday night, like chill vibe sort of band. You got to see them if you can. Little Thieves was Socelo Summers, killer. Basically, man, there's a ton of them, right? Goldilocks Zone, can't forget them, sorry. Yep. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, it's actually really good.
How has living here affected your music?
I mean, it's given rise to a lot of our music. It's a really fun, nurturing scene here. So you have a lot of solidarity with people. You have a lot of opportunity. Like the place where we're sitting right now, if anyone wants to come and rehearse here, I think it's $10 an hour, right? Yeah. Compared to other places in the world, it gives you a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
This beer was $1, so it's a good place to be. Yeah.
I would say financially, and also, how supportive everybody is. But because everything's so affordable, like we're recording an album right now. One, we have the time to do it because of the cost of living. Sorry, and just the quality of that studio. It's 60 Road Studios. It's like a top notch, top tier studio, and it's just an example of how we get the opportunity to embrace this pretty much as we want from. In every extent, to every extent, Yeah.
That's great. So you guys mentioned that you are working on a new album. You are going to Siem Reap to do some recording for a week. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been up there
A lot.
a lot. Yeah, we're just going back up there tomorrow again for another week. Then again in a couple weeks for another week, and then in a couple weeks for another week.
Okay.
So we're kind of wrapping up the first album and starting the second album.
Oh wow. Okay. So 2 albums right out of the gate here, and then what's next for the band after you wrap up the second album? What would you guys like to do?
Probably go on tour even before then. We tour around Cambodia a lot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we tour around Cambodia as much as we can, but I think as soon as we release our first album, we'll try and do our best to tour it. So, we've already got some groundwork laid in countries around here, and
Vietnam,
yeah,
possibly Hong Kong.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, definitely catch these guys while they're still here. And thanks again for your time, you guys. That's been Japan Guitar Shop. And if you enjoyed this conversation, go ahead and comment, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll keep them coming. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks so much.